You know what still surprises me? The fact that people can't figure out that I'm a girl. Like, I understand, like, I think I've been posting videos now for like 5 or 6 months, somewhere along that line, but do you know how many questions I get just on like a video basis saying, "Are you a girl?" It's like, I understand that it's a very rare event, but is there really just that much doubt out there? Like, is there nothing believable that there can be a girl who's into competitive Pokemon or on the internet or on YouTube or something like that? I don't know. Can someone explain this to me? Because it makes sense in my head. But anyways, enough of my little rant. I got a battle here against my friend Kiyo. This is the RCS Psychic team. I wanted a battle, and he was like, "Hey, I'll play you." So he did, and this is the match. So we're gonna just jump right into it. Here, as you can see from the team preview, we both let out with our Genesects. So, you know, Genesect leads going on right here. And the thing is that my download goes before his download. So in the back of my mind, I was like, is Kiyo going to be that guy who runs like 248 in speed just to outslow Genesect so he gets switching-ish? But, I don't know, I'm going to risk the speed tie if there is one. Later on, you will see we are running a speed tie, and I'm going to go for the U-turn. Ultimately, here, I kind of did wish that his U-turn went off before mine, so that way I get switching-ish off of his switching-ish, which means whatever he brings in, I could have, you know, U-turned on. But that's partially the reason I go out into my fortress here, because I do have Volt Switch on this thing, so if he wants to bring in something more appropriately, I should be able to Volt Switch off on it. But he goes into his white Kyurem. I literally have nothing on this team to take a single hit from this thing, so I don't want to play prediction mind games. I'm just going to leave my fortress in here. If he drops a Draco, great. I think I can live one, because he is a Specs white Kyurem, but he does just outright go for the Fusion Flare, take me out. So I'm going to bring in my Zekrom here. Bluffing, I'm Scarfed. As you guys know, this is a Subroost Zekrom. And I'm thinking about switching up Life Orb for leftovers just because it's kind of tedious keeping this thing alive, but it hits like a truck. It's ridiculous. But anyways, he's going to bring in his Groudon here. I'm just going to go ahead and set up a substitute. Now, I had this match a while back, and I've actually seen Kiyo play with this team on Showdown. We've played together, and he told me that this is a more offensive Groudon, which does explain why he outspeeds me here, because I am a max speed adamant Zekrom, so he's probably running Jolly, I would imagine. But I'm going to go for a Dragon Claw. Does alright. I was kind of hoping it to do more, because when I saw that he outsped me, I was thinking he's probably not going to be that defensive, but I think Groudons of that spread, I think they do run some HP investment, I'm not sure, but I'm going to go out in my own Groudon, because it is my best thing. I have to check his Groudon, but he scores a crit here, which is really annoying, because I don't have a lot that really will appreciate taking an Earthquake from this thing to begin with, so it just kind of makes it that much harder to play around this Groudon now. But I'm going to predict him to predict me switching, so I'm going to get up my Stealth Rocks here as he does predict me to switch, and we pretty much just trade rocks for rocks on that turn. As this turn, he is just going to go for another Earthquake. I think I live with like 1 HP, so I was kind of laughing at that, but I thought he might want to set up a SD, because I know he could definitely take my Earthquake, and because he's faster than me, I don't know, that's just, it made sense in my head, so that's why I went for Roar there, not for Earthquake, because I'd rather get rid of him than have a +2 Groudon staring me in the face. But he's going to bring in his White Kyurem, or I'm going to drag him out into his White Kyurem, I should say, and he's going to opt to lock himself into Earth Power. Yeah, I'm kind of thankful he locked himself into that, you know, not like Ice Beam or Dragon Pulse. I don't know his whole move spread on this thing, to be honest, but I'm going to bring in my Genesect. I am Choice Scarfed. I do get the attack raise, so I have no reason not to Iron Head, because I don't think he has anything on his team that wants to take an Iron Head. Wait, that's not true. He does have an Arceus Water, but we will see that later. But his Genesect comes in now, and like I said before, I'm going to go for the Iron Head. And this is a pretty good chunk. I don't know. I don't think he's a defense downing nature, but right here we do find out we are running a speed tie, and his Iron Head will go before mine. But thankfully, I don't get flinched, so I will be able to fire off an Iron Head and get rid of this thing, which is always a good thing to take down your opponent's Scarfer. But now he's gonna bring in his Fortress, and bringing in Zekrom is very obvious, or my Arceus, because he thinks it's Ghostius, but I'm Psyceus. But I'm going to stay in here and pointlessly Iron Head, knowing he's going to go for the Toxic, so that's the only reason I stayed in here. And me, like, if this was me, I would... If I was Kiyo, what I'm trying to say here is that I would go for Toxic again, predicting my switch now, but that's why I stayed in here in Iron Head. I was just really paranoid of him getting a Toxic off on something this whole match, so that's why for these next few turns, I'm just staying in here pointlessly Iron Heading. And I'm doing like okay amount of damage. I kind of wish the damage output was a little more, but again, I'm just pointlessly staying in here. But now he starts getting up hazards. The annoying thing is that because I did let my fortress go, I can't spin them away, but I don't want him getting up more hazards, so I am going to go out in my Zekrom because, again, fortress is basically free setup fodder for this kind of Zekrom, as long as you know you can predict the toxic appropriately if it is carrying toxic, and that way you don't get toxic. But he's gonna go for his next layer of spikes. I think he's like got stealth rocks up on my field, and I think that was like a second layer of spikes, I believe. But I believe I just end up going for the substitute here on the switch out to Groudon. Maybe I should have roosted. Dragon Claw might have been a good play as well, but again, I really don't have a whole lot for this Groudon now because his crit on my Groudon earlier kind of screwed me over a little bit. So I believe after he EQs, I'm just going to go for the Roost because I figured I might have some use for this thing later if I can play out the situation correctly. So I believe, what did I do? I think I switched out into my Genesect. Yes, I switched out into my Genesect as Death Fodder because I did want to safe switch into my Palkia. Because at this point, my Palkia is looking kind of like my clutch to victory. A Fire Blast from that range can easily take him out, even if he was the defensive variant, but obviously because he's outspeeding my Zekrom, he's not. I think Fire Blast at minimum in the sun from my Palkia does like 56% or something like that. So I'm pretty sure Fire Blast would be able to take him down from the range he's at, because obviously he's more offensive, which means he's not going to have max HP of some sort. So he's going to switch out here. I believe he goes out into his Arceus, and we find out right here that he has Arceus Water. As again, I'm just going to go for the Fire Blast, knowing I can take that Groudon out from the range of HP he is at. But that Arceus just takes like a monster, which tells me this is a little bit more of a especially defensive Arceus Water. Makes a very good Kyogre counter, especially for his team. It does look like it does have a problem with Kyogre now looking at it. But I'm going to switch out into Scythius here, knowing that if he wants to T-Wave me, great. I don't really care if this thing gets T-Waved, but because I'm figuring he's going to be more supportive, I figured I could go for Calm Minds here. But he does reveal the Perish Song here. I should have kind of seen that coming. I don't know why I didn't, to be honest. And here I accidentally misclicked. I just wanted to pointlessly spam Side Shock at this rate. I did not mean to click Calm Mind. I just wanted to try to get as much damage on this thing as possible, because looking from my remainder of my team, I don't have anything to outspeed this because I lost my Genesect. Arceus here is, I think it's faster than it. Yeah, it must be. And then Palkia and Zekrom are not. But he scores a crit there with a flamethrower, which is extremely annoying just because this was my one answer to this thing. And I was so frustrated at this point because I honestly thought that I had lost at this point. He's going to go for an Ice Beam, take me out. And I thought, you know, I could bring my Zekrom and set up a substitute because, you know, I figured you'd want to switch out and keep this thing for Palkia because Palkia is all I have left, and this is a very good check to my Palkia. But he forgets about the Perish count and goes straight for Ice Beam, destroying my Zekrom's life. Yeah. I was kind of frustrated at this point. I was like, well, this sucks. And it's not because, you know, I'm not afraid of this Kyurem here. I'm not afraid of the Giratina or the Fortress, but he still has a Giratina at full HP. Then the really bulky one, I can never remember if it's A or O. I can't, but I know I can bring in my Palkia here. I know from that range, a Space Run can easy clean this Kyurem out. So that is exactly what I'm going to do here. And pretty much at this point, I had lost all faith. Yeah, he, like I said before, he still has like Giratina at full. It doesn't matter if he's max HP or max special defense or max HP, max defense. I know Spatial Rend cannot one-hit KO from the range of HP that we're at. But you see, this Palkia has one job on this team, and it knows its job very well. So and that is how you properly train your Pokemon, ladies and gentlemen, when your Palkia knows it needs to crit for its life. Anyways, crit's gonna take out the Giratina, and his last two pokes are easily gonna be roasted by his sun-boosted Fire Blast, Fortress being 4 times weak. And like I said before, even if his Groudon was max HP, min damage I believe is 56%, so it was more in my favor to get a higher damage roll. I think highest damage output is like 68% or something like that. So the odds were just better in my favor. But great game, Kiyo. Yeah, that crit at the end kind of screwed him out of victory, but again, it was kind of coming. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Train your Pokemon properly. That's all I have to say. And I will see you guys soon. Oh, one quick thing. I kind of forgot. It's like 2 weeks or so till Massachusetts VGC. I don't know if I've kind of made this announcement public yet, but I will be attending. And if you guys don't know as well, the Peekaboo will also be attending. We are planning to meet up. If you guys want to come down, go ahead. If you guys want like information on the day, I would be more than happy to give it to you. I would love to meet some of you guys. I'll give you guys more information as to what I look like. I might actually post a PIP just for that day so you guys know what I look like if you are interested in coming. But any questions, feel free to PM me over Skype, my Facebook. If you guys don't know, I have a Facebook and a Twitter. That's always in the description. And you guys can even PM me on YouTube if you want more information on VGC. Like I said, I will be attending the Massachusetts one. So that's all. Again, I hope you guys enjoyed, and sorry about this little public service announcement, but I will see you guys later. So until then, bye.